First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Okay, ready?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll motion McLaurin left. Here's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. At their own 34-yard line. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of full time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you can hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I know we're there, wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in until you go total at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready? Ready? Gravity Lions. Ready, ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Oh, fighting off the defender. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Fighting his way through contact. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, they'll run it here. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
Now they try the right side here. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other